This tasted so yummy. The aroma in my kitchen at this time is heavenly and it's so slimy. Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making Ogbono soup. We're going to be making use of some beef. We'll make use of some stockfish and cow skin already washed. We're going to be making use of some dry pepper. I like dry pepper in my Ogbono soup. We are making use of some neatly washed catfish. You can pretty much use any dry fish of your choice. We are making use of Ogbono, which happens to be the star of the dish, already blended. We'll also be making use of some stock cube and salt. We'll be making use of locust beans. We'll make use of some crayfish, green vegetable, ugu precisely, palm oil, and of course, water for cooking. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into this. Now, the first thing that goes into the pot will be beef. And to know me is to know that I do not add water to my meat. I always want them to sip out their own fluid. So in goes the stockfish and the cow skin. I'm also going to be topping it with some neatly washed catfish. And then in goes my stock cube and my salt. I'm not using much salt in this because Ogbono has a way of, becoming salty if you don't take your time. So I'm going to give this a quick stir to combine properly. And then, as usual, I'm going to cover this up to cook until it tip out its own fluid. Meanwhile, look at that stockfish fin or gill, I don't know what to call it. It just refused to come out, so I'm going to cook it and remove it later on. So guys, I will cover this up and allow it to cook until it sips out its own fluid. So at this time, guys, this has been cooking for like 5 minutes. You can see the quantity of fluid that came out from the proteins. So I'm going to be topping water to the level of the protein for it to cook properly. Then I will give it a quick stir to combine properly and then cover it up to continue cooking. But while doing that, I'll go ahead and prepare our ogbono. Now I like adding palm oil to my ogbono. This is to enable all those crumbs to melt properly. You can see that oil disgracing me there, but no problem. So I'll add oil and then give this a quick mix to combine properly. What this oil does is that it helps to melt those crumbs already existing in the ogbono. You wouldn't want your ogbono to have crumbs, or when you're eating and then you are feeling all those crumbs and all that didn't melt properly. So I'm going to be topping more oil just to enable this melt properly. Now we'll give this a quick mix to combine properly, and I'm just assisting it to kind of break, but then this won't help much. All I have to do is mix it properly and then place it into the pot of proteins already on fire and cook for at least 10 minutes before removing it from the proteins, and then allow the proteins to continue cooking. So we'll cook this until it melts, and then we'll cook the protein until it is tender enough. So guys, at this point our protein is pretty much ready. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the beef from this. I like grilling my beef if I want to use it to prepare ogbono soup. It gives it this unique taste and it tastes better anyways, but you can use it this way. But I like grilling the meat, especially my beef. And if you check in here, I do not like using other parts of meat aside beef and cow skin for my ogbono soup. I just prefer that. So I topped in more water because the stock will not be enough for me to cook the ogbono soup. I'm going to go ahead and pour in the already melted ogbono. You can see how it got to. So I'll pour it in. I always like adding my ogbono at this point. After topping water to the protein, I won't allow it to boil. I will just add my ogbono and then allow everything to boil together. I don't know, but this works for me. I'm going to add some pepper, and then I'm also going to be adding the crayfish at this point. And I will give it a quick stir to combine. And of course, our locust beans. So sorry. I'm going to add our locust beans and then give this a quick stir to combine properly. After which I'll cover it up to cook. Like I said, I like pouring in my ogbono when the stock is not boiling. It helps my ogbono to become more slimy. It works for me. Try it. So at this point, guys, you can see how this is looking so beautiful. Like, just check this out. It's so slimy. The color is amazing. The aroma in my kitchen this time, I can't even explain it at all. So guys, I'm going to test this for salt and see if the quantity of salt is okay. Like I said, always be careful when cooking ogbono because it can become salty if you don't take your time. So the salt and everything I need is okay for this. So I'm going to cover it up again and allow it to cook more for the next 3 minutes. Now after 3 minutes, guys, look at what we have. As you can see, it's more slimy at this point. Look at that. Just take a very good look at that. It's looking good already. I'm going to go ahead at this point and add the already grilled beef. Okay, so sorry I grilled this off camera. I didn't want this video to be too long. So I'll give it a quick stir to combine properly. And then I will cover it up to cook for the next 5 minutes so that the beef can marry the ogbono and the ogbono can marry the beef. So I'll cover it up and allow it to cook. After 5 minutes, guys, this is what we have, and our soup is 95% ready. For those that don't add vegetables to the ogbono, you can leave it at this point, but I like a little life in my soup. So I'm going to go ahead and add the vegetable, give it a quick mix to combine properly, and then cook it for the next 2 minutes. I do not like overcooking my vegetables, as you all know. So guys, I'll cover this up and allow it to cook for the next 2 minutes. And after that, our ogbono soup is ready. At this point, what are you waiting for? Have you subscribed? If you've not subscribed, please try subscribing to my channel. Turn on the bell notification so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. Our ogbono soup is ready. Get your semo, get your eba, get your fufu ready. Let's dine on this ogbono.